Now you ask any member of the public to name you a motorbike and pound to a pinch of salt, they're going to say Harley-Davidson. But to many bikers, Harleys are a bit strange, a bit of a cult thing, a bit of an acquired taste. But Harley aren't daft, they know these things, and as product director Bill Davidson said, this is a bike for those people who always wanted a Harley but didn't like the bikes. Yes, it really is a Harley-Davidson. It says so on the tank, but this is like no other Harley you've ever seen. Well, not from the factory anyway. The V-Rod's low, it's long, it's mean, but that's not all. It's fast. Yes, fast because it's got this brand new engine, the Revolution engine as Harley call it. Gone is the old 45-degree engine, this one is a 60-degree. You can see it there, but not only that, it's liquid cooled. First time it's been liquid cooled. Actually based on the VR1000 racer that they developed. But this one's had some extra tweaks by Porsche because they've had experience of going from air cooled to water cooled, so they applied it to this. It's double overhead camshaft, 4-valve cylinder heads, it's got fuel injection, balancer shafts. It's all very, very high tech, 1130cc. Brilliant engine, and doesn't it look a treat? It's got these little fins on the top there on the heads, but that's to give it a bit of sort of authenticity and a bit of a link with the past, but I think it looks absolutely terrific. One thing they have retained is belt drive to the rear wheel. No dirty chains to spoil all this alloy. But back to that engine, and it's a cracker. Bags of low down torque, but that's not all. 115 brake horsepower means it delivers nearly twice the power of the normal Harley. And it'll rev to 9,000 revs. It also means it'll top out at close on 140 miles an hour. Quick enough for most, probably too quick for many a traditional hog owner. A liquid-cooled engine obviously needs a radiator, and here's the radiator. I can see quite clearly the honeycomb down the back here. It's got two parts, the liquid-cooled part and the oil cooler down the bottom there. But the interesting thing is, down the centre there, the radiator's actually blanked off, as you can probably see, to stop any muck getting in it. So what it's got is these big scoops round the side with these very trick vortices there. So it picks up the air, scoops it round into a full-size radiator, which runs right across, but the centre is blanked off, as I said, very clever, keeps all the muck out of it. Front and rear wheels are both solid aluminium, and the disc is mounted straight onto the wheel. The brakes themselves have got 4-pot calipers with braided brake hoses. The forks have massive 49mm diameter stanchions and are raked out at 38 degrees, but with a 34-degree head angle, that manages to reduce the trail. The frame is an absolute symphony of steel tubes, ebbing and flowing around the engine. It's actually formed by hydroforming, a special process Harley developed, where they use water pressure after the actual bending of the tubes. Similarly, the exhaust use an elastomer forming process where a rubbery foam is used to actually form those magic sweeping curves. The brushed aluminium tank isn't a tank at all, it's a cover for the airbox. The actual petrol tank lives down under the seat. The rear mudguard is again sculpted aluminium, and that fits over a solid rear wheel and again a solid disc, and it's all suspended by a beautiful cast aluminium swinging arm. Now, something else the traditionalists might not approve of is this styling, but like it or loathe it, you've got to admit it's pretty stunning. But style without function is pretty pointless, and the V-Rod certainly puts the funky into function. It'll launch off the line like the drag bike it looks, or pootle along at 2,000 revs, take a handful, and it blats forward like a steam train, accompanied by what must be a barely legal bark from those beautiful low-slung pipes. Wow, what a bike. But that's because, with these foot-forward footrests, the first thing that's going to touch the deck is your heel. See if you see that? You're way down there. Now this for a cruiser is pretty good. Well, it's a sports cruiser, performance cruiser, isn't it? So it's not as bad as some where you scrape them on every little bend. This isn't as bad as that. Another thing you've got here, nice low seat height. 660mm, that's all. So I feel almost as though I'm sitting on the floor. It's sort of knee high to a grasshopper. But it's great, you feel very, very planted on it. So if you're short of leg, absolutely brilliant. Coming up here though, this is the sort of the cockpit, the pilot's eye view. See this, the way this actually grows out of the headstock up here, or the triple tree as Harley like to call it, this headstock. It actually swoops up out of the top, and then you've got this nice little binnacle here. Speedo in the middle, rev counter on the left, fuel on the right. Really very, very neat, nicely styled. hydraulic clutch on this for the first time on a Harley. And look at all the engineering on it. It's all in silver, of course, but nice chunky levers. Some people have said the clutch is a bit heavy, but it's not. It is a Harley. You want to give it a nice macho feel, don't you? So it's not over heavy. It just feels nice. They're nicely finished. The indicators are very neat as well. And for those of you who don't know Harleys, these are different to the run-of-the-mill bike as well. You push on that one there to go left. You see the old light coming up in there, in the speedo. Push on it again to cancel. Same with the right-hand one. Push there, push again to cancel. Now, I think that's pretty good, and it's better than BMW's setup. So it's all very neat. The mirrors themselves, very good. You see a clear view behind, nice oval shape. Again, finished in this silver. And it's really pretty good. This screen, by the way, is an optional screen. One of the many, many extras that you get. So you get this sports screen, and you get that little cover there over the headlamp. It's great. The V-Rod comes in silver with aluminium or aluminium with silver. Same thing, but it's got loads of style whichever way you say it. So much style that all this year's allocation has been sold. Still, if you want one in 2003, get your order in now. It'll cost you just a fiver under £14,000.